virtual town hall meetings have responded to a number of issues and questions that have been put to the Joint Select Committee and also to the technical team of the NIDS Secretariat. I would like to inform you that we have had several written submissions and comments which will be addressed when the sittings of the Joint Select Committee return to the Parliament. And I can inform you that the first sitting will be on the 11th of February, when we will start to examine the written contributions that have been made to the Parliament. And these will be addressed from the 11th and continue in February. And depending on how many contributions we receive into March.
So we have a question here from social media again. Isn't it true to say that with the removal of NIDS being mandatory, it is basically toothless?
Once we enter the system, admittedly a voluntary system, once citizens of Jamaica feel that it is beneficial to have the card, then I strongly believe that the turnout will be in the 90, perhaps close to 99%, because the fact that it is easier to access the services of PICA, TAJ, the private sector, generally to get into the educational system, and so many benefits, that without the card, the obstacle is not as difficult. Then I hope that without the mandatory nature of this card, the vast majority of Jamaicans will register and get a card.
Another question coming in on Facebook from Sarah Buckland, and she's asking, since NIDS is voluntary now, is there a provision in the bill to prevent any public and private institution from having their own mandate with the NIDS card?
Well, when you put it that way, it may be that, let us say, I don't think that PICA, that government agencies are going to insist that it is mandatory. But what PICA or TAJ or a private institution or the banks might say, without the NIDS card, I can't give you service. You can't stop a private sector from exercising that freedom of choice. A bank might say, I don't trust any other identification but the NIDS card, and that is their right. It might be difficult for a government agency to do that because of the Charter of Rights, but that doesn't stop a private agency from saying, I need the NIDS card.
Okay, another question. I would have observed on the current card that height and complexion of many citizens are incorrect. How will NIDS address this going forward in terms of accuracy of data on the card?
Well, let us start with the height first. All of our enrollment sites will be equipped with the relevant tools to verify height. As it relates to complexion, we have no system or protocols in place with a complexion. Whatever color you appear before the enrollment officer with, that is what will be captured by the camera and on the system. Naturally, however, the ability to check a face, your complexion is not considered significantly. It's about the shape of the face, and we have the alternate biometric or fingerprint to use. And that is why we are using facial and fingerprint, because we know you may experience changes there.
All right, a question to the NIDS team here from Shirley Richards on YouTube. Can someone with dual nationality be on the board or inspectorate?
I think the simple answer though to that question is that dual citizens with dual nationality are not excluded. It's unlike what is happening to members of parliament. If you have dual citizenship, you cannot become a member of parliament. But I don't think that so far, at any rate, that being a member of the inspectorate or being a member of the NERA exclude persons with dual nationality.
If an enrolled member is aggrieved by the NIDS Act, what is the process of recourse or for recourse?
The individual is aggrieved at any decision of the authority in respect of their identity information. That person can always file an appeal, file a notice of appeal within 28 days after receiving that communication. Once they have filed the notice, it should be accompanied by copies of supporting documents and served on the authority and the inspectorate. Within 7 days of receiving the notice of appeal, the authority shall prepare a written statement with their reasons for their decision and provide this to the appeal tribunal. The appeal tribunal shall then inform the parties to provide them with the relevant information as necessary, and also to inform them of the date of the hearing of the appeal, and that they may appear in person or send a representative on their behalf, and as well summon a witness to represent them as well.
The new NIDS bill has been drafted and is ready for review. We want to hear from you. Go to www.japarliament.gov.jm to download a copy of the new bill. Join the conversation. Make a written submission to Clerk to the Houses, Gordon House, 81 Duke Street, Kingston, or via email clark@japarliament.gov.jm.
We have extended the time to the 15th of February.
Join the process. Let your voice be heard.